Okay, wait till everybody gets in. Hi guys, hi Mitz, Arlene, Sylvie, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Just getting set up here and making sure the cats don't get up here. How y'all doing, Pamela? I got this propped up because there's a glare right there from the ring light. Hi, Maseki, Beth. Who else am I missing? Okay. Let's see. Hi, Tori. Debbie Bruce. Thank you, Debbie Bruce. I sent you out a little couple of things. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Let's see. Oh, I know I'm probably missing people. So I'm not sure which color book we're going to work in. I picked 3. So it's going to be one of these 3 that we're going to work in today. So I don't know which one yet. Hi, Julie Topaz. How you doing? Happy wonderful Wednesday to you too. Hi, Ray. Let's see. Diana. Thanks everybody for popping in on Wonderful Wednesday, as Julie likes to call it. Hi, Bacola. Good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend. Good to see you back. Let's see. Mina. Here come the cats, and we'll have to, let's move this. Put the lid on it. Let's see. Oh, I'm out of breath. Ran up and down the stairs a couple times. Oh, you're welcome, Diana. You're welcome. I'm glad it got there and you like it. Okay, Ray, lurk away. I hear ya. I hear ya. Hi, Clora. Happy hump day to you too. So, Malibu came in here, sniffed some of my plastic bag, and just left. It's like, okay, well, it's nothing I want to play with. Let's see. Hi, Rachel. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna work in one of these. I picked 3 different ones that have faces in it. I thought, one of the faces and one of these, the Momo girls, or the Wild Soul, the Grazia Salvo. Yeah, one of these we're gonna work on today. Oh, I gotta prop this up because of the light. Let's see. Hi, CNP. Good to see you. How you doing? So I don't know if anybody has a preference, but I have a few. I have at least 1 done or 2 done in each one. So we'll look at the ones I've done and I'll decide which one I want to work in. So let's see. I think I've said hi to everybody. Thanks everybody lurking. And here comes Malibu again. So cute. Let's see. So what are y'all working in or doing this week? What have y'all been working on? Anything Anything fun? I'll wait and see what y'all say. Hi, Kathleen. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Lurk away, and I'm glad you got your prize. So I think I have all the I think I have them all covered up, so Malibu won't get in them. You can't really get the pan pastels off of white cat fur. You just have to kind of let it work its way out. You can't wash it because it just spreads. So, but anyway, she left again. Trying to catch up on idea of the week. You know what? I do not have an idea of the week ready. I have been so busy. I do not have an. Y'all going to get a break from an idea of the week. You're going to have a break. Yeah, we're going to have a break. Let me see if I got things posted. Let me see if we have new Society of Idea Collectors posted. So let's see. Let me go to. Hi, Darla, Nettie. Thrift store notebook plus an old DCW paper stack. Getting ready to do the fun part now. I saw that huge book you did, Julie. I'll have to go find it here. Let's see. So I have something here for Artists for Life. She turned an old journal doodling page into a mixed media page. Then we have, oh, wait, there's more pictures. Oh, so there we go. She took this and combined it. Let's see. Then Ashley did. Oh, this is the book she told me about, Ink Will Stream. Okay, so she was just telling, I think she was telling Janet that this was a book that she was talking about. And then, let's see. This is Kathleen, and she did an old artwork that didn't work out. I took an old collage that I didn't complete, that just wasn't feeling right at the time, took a fresh look and completed it. So she completed this. Y'all are on it, I'll tell you. Y'all are on it. And then let me find Julie's ginormous book here. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, so here, both my massive magazine journals. Y'all know we worked on magazine journals on Monday. I knew they were heavy, but wasn't expecting them to weigh in at 13.2 pounds. So here's our two magazine journals, and then here's it from the side view. So you have to go over there to Julie Topaz Pearl Girl. Let's see if I can look. Look at our magazine. Then this one's smaller. Look at that. 13 pounds. Oh my gosh, Julie. Yeah, 2 books. Yeah, 2 books right there. But how many magazines is that? How many magazines did you use for that one, Julie? I know, right, guys? And then there's the covers of the 2 books. I don't even know how many magazines that big one is. Here's another side view here. Look at this. Then there's the other one. Oh my gosh, Julie, that's just amazing. That's some amazing stuff right there. One, but it was so a magazine that was 500 page. Oh, it was a special 500 page edition magazine. Oh my goodness, Julie. That is big. Oh, okay, Darlene, that's you? Okay. Artist for Life is Darlene. Okay. Hi, 3G. Well, thanks everybody that's been participating. Like I said, I have been busy this week, and I did not even come up with a weekly idea. So you got home. I mean, you're off you got a week off. You've had it. Well, Rebecca, yeah, I've had them for some years, and I've worked in both of them. And then I don't know which one I'm going to work in today, but I pulled all my pan pastel trays out, and I got my box of pan pastel tools, and so we're gonna work in one of them today. I don't know which one yet. Hi, Mary, how you doing? So, yeah, so we haven't done pan pastels for a while. Somebody was asking me about it. It may have been Janet. Dee, I haven't done any pan pastels for a while. I do use them in my portraits, in my, pet and people portrait commissions. There's Janet. Hi, Janet. But I haven't used them on the show in a while. So I figured we would pull out the pan pastels and work in one of these 3 books. Or maybe more. Maybe we'll do a little in a couple different ones. So we'll see. So yeah, let me get a sip of water here, get my voice going. Let's see. Missy, good morning. Yes, you have a question? What is it, Missy? Ask away. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, put it in caps. Make sure you have live chat clicked at the top of the chat window, because if it defaults to top chat and you won't see all the chat. You have to click live chat. And then if anything goes fuzzy, check your little wheel setting and make sure you're at 1080p or at least 720, because I am streaming 1080p on StreamYard. I'm looking for the question. I'm waiting for the question. Hi, Aunt Beck. No homework today, Aunt Beck. Yeah. No homework, Mary. Mary's been, I haven't watched all the thing, but I came in a couple of times where she's reorganized. Well, she's sorting, I guess you should say, sorting and listing a lot of her supplies to get things in order. So I've watched a little bit of Mary doing that. Let's see. So you don't have to worry about doing anything else this week, Mary. Hi, Juanita. She spins. Oh, you're gonna get some of the rain from Florida. From Florida, are you? I don't know where you are, Aunt Beck. I don't know if you tell people, but I don't remember where you live. I don't think it's in Florida. Maybe it is in Florida. I don't know. So, well, I guess Missy doesn't want to ask the question. I don't know. Hi, Mirkwood. Hi, Zeely. Oh, it's coming up the coast. Okay. We had a little bit of rain last night, but I don't think we're supposed to, in Atlanta area, I don't think it's supposed to be too much. And you get rain pretty much all summer long, off and on here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my voice going. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I guess maybe she didn't, or maybe she's just taking her time typing it out, Pacola. Maybe. So, how you doing, Pacola? Did you have a good weekend? Oh, okay. Do you ever come to Atlanta, Aunt Beck? Do you ever visit? Probably not recently, but I mean, normally do you visit very often? Let's see. So if you're just joining us, I'm Dee Dee. I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern. But I come on usually about 8:30 to chat and say good morning. I will reiterate, it is a chat show. There's lots of chat. So if you don't like the chat, you can slide the little bar to wherever you want to watch. Oh, good. Okay. Like a walrus, Pacola. Are you going to get any of that rain, Pacola? Or did you already? Sorry, guys. I'm drinking bottled water, trying to get my voice going here. Try to keep it. Oh, you did ask a question? Oh, did I miss it? Let me scroll back. I'm looking for that blue M. Scrolling. The last thing I saw, Missy, is I have a question, and that's all. The last thing I saw from you. So I don't know why, but it didn't come through. So you might want to ask it again or copy and paste the question because it didn't come up. I saw, I have a question, and that was the last thing I saw you say. Let's see. Christy? Oh, so sorry, guys. We'll try not to talk too much today. So ask it again, Missy, if you want. Well, I'll go ahead and start by flipping. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. I sleep with the fan blowing in my face, but it's hot. You got to cool off. So, but that does affect my voice. And I have the fan on in here too. Yeah, Pacola doesn't see your question either, Missy. So ask it again. Okay, so these are the 3 color books that I picked. And we're going to work in pan pastel. Oh, wait, one thing before we get started. Janet, are you here? Rachel. Well, I'm going to try to talk. My voice, I got to get it rolling. Janet. All right, let me start by saying Janet is always picking on me about my water jar here. And the water's always usually clean. It just looks dirty because the bottom of, but it's clean. And then I keep my sponges here for, stenciling or whatever, and they stay here on top. And she's always calling this my petri dish or a science experiment. Well, she guilted me into it. So yesterday at Hobby Lobby, I bought a new one. So Janet, we're going to bust this open. We're going to bust open the new paintbrush tray. All right, so ASMR moment. And so yeah, it runs like $8.99 at Hobby Lobby. They might be cheaper, of course, probably online, and maybe other places. But yeah, so I got that to wash it now. All right, so they come with a handle, and I usually just keep the handle like down there, so I don't really carry it around. And what I do is I'll put actually I like it this way. I like this on this side and this on this side. So I'll put some water in it. I don't know that I'm going to use it today because we're doing pan pastels. And then what I do is I put the water in it, and then I just kind of keep this kind of about like that so that the brushes I can go in here. So I clean one. One has, you rinse your brush, then you have your clean water on the other, right? Whichever way you want to do it. And then I just kind of leave it like this. Hi, Jonica. So, yeah. Garden more. Yeah, I should put it out in the garden and plant something in it, shouldn't I, Julia? Good idea. I think I'll do that. I'll have to plant something in that, in the old one. I'll have to do that. Then I don't have to worry about cleaning it or anything. I'll just start with the new one. And I never use this. I never use these little things to set it in to dry the brushes. I just don't. I never have used those. So anyway, I had to hello Kelly S and Oz. So I had to do that, Janet. I got a new one so you don't get skeeved out. That was I don't know if y'all watch Taco Stacks. Y'all watch Taco Stacks, the trash picker, collector, flea market guy. He's the one. Remember, I did that dog picture for him. His his uh, portrait of his dog. And anyway, he said that I hadn't heard that since probably I was a teenager. But he said he touched something, or he goes, this kind of skeeved me out. So now, we all know what that means when Janet sees this and gets skeeved out. So there we go. I'm going to show you here in a minute too. I got in my Titan Mouse Volume 2, Gary Shipman. Y'all know he's come in here a few times, and a lot of y'all subscribe to his channel, Gary Shipman Art. And so I got the second volume of his Titan Mouse of Might, and I already had the first one, so I have the first one already. And I've also shown you, and we'll do this in a little while. I've shown you I have one of his sketchbooks as well, the Somewhat Gothic, Sometimes Ugly Sketchbook Volume 1. So, and plus I've bought quite a bit of his art at auctions and things like that. Oh, you don't know. Maybe those, you would call them germs, but whatever. Maybe they may be bacteria that's good for the plants, Janet. They may be good for the plant. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you, Julie Topaz. But seriously, if y'all don't follow Taco Stacks, he's fun. He's a young, hardworking young man. And he posts pretty much every single day. About a 10, 15-minute video every day. He's working. So, yeah, go support his channel. Yes, good fertilizer, Rachel. Exactly. Good fertilizer. Yeah, you have it too, don't you, Kalora? Don't you have a sketchbook? I think pretty sure you do. And Janet, don't count on it. But anyway, so I'm going to show that in a minute. I thought I'd just show you what we've done in these 3 books and then maybe pick a page. Let me get some Post-it notes and we'll pick a page. And oh, yeah, you just don't know, Jonica, right? Oh, thank you, Picola. There's Taco Stacks right there. And yeah, he's a hardworking young man. So yeah, go support his channel. Okay, so this is Momo. Let's see if I get the names right. I think this is just Momo. There's names for them, but I don't remember what they are. And then this one is Music Girl. Let's see, what is it called? Girl with Music. This one is all up in poems, and it's a musical poem, and there's pictures with each one. Plus, this one came with some extras, some postcards, extra page, some other extras in this one. And I'm pretty sure Miss Melody sent this, and she may have sent me both. I don't remember. But anyway, so this was the first one. And if you look her up on Instagram, I believe it's m.o.m.o.momo, like that. Let me look it up here for you. Yeah, Momo Girl. So there's her channel there, Momo Girl. So you can go look at her channel. And also, if you hashtag Momo Girl. You'll see a lot of people that have worked in it. I think I follow the hashtag too. Let me see. Momo Girl coloring book, I think. There's probably a few different ones. But if you go over there, I always hashtag anytime I post something from Momo Girl. So either one. Melody sent these to me. I think you might be able to, and this was some years ago. Cool Craft, I think that's the name. Cool Craft, Etsy. And again, but this was all way before all the virus. So I don't even know what Cool Craft is doing anymore. It does ship from overseas. It can take, now I don't know how long it took Melodies for her to get these to me, but it can take, depending on if what you order from Cool Craft on Etsy, it can take a month to get your books. Now, I don't know. Maybe these are so popular, they're available. They might be on Amazon. Let me look up. Let me see if it's on Amazon. Let me look. Momo Girl. Yeah. Okay. They're both on Amazon. This one is $24, American, US, and this one is $28. But they are on, and they are stunning books. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is Korean, not Chinese. But yeah, just put in Momo Girl. Momo, M-O-M-O. If you put in Momo Girl in Amazon, you'll see both these books in there. Okay. Yeah, they're there. I just looked them up for you. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at them, and I'll try to decide. And then this one also, I have a lot of Grazia Salvo's books too. This is a hardback one, and this one came with a little signed postcard in it. And I'm pretty sure, well, no, I don't know if Melody sent me this one. I think somebody else sent me this one. But we'll look through this one first. This one's Wild Soul, Grazia Salvo. And again, I think I'm saying that right, but Okay, so I'm just going to kind of flip through so you can kind of get an idea. And I have colored at least one or two in here. I don't remember how many. If you color with pan pastels, I color with pan pastel with pencil detail. You color with pencil detail, then you do have to fixative this. Oh, thank you. Pacola just put a link to the Momo Girls books in the chat. Okay. Yeah, she put a link in there. So here's one we did, and this is I'm pretty sure it's pan pastel and pencil. And I gave her a smudged lipstick look. I did thicken her eyebrows. And so, yeah, this one is, yeah, I know, right? She's on it, Julia. Pacola's our little snapdragon, people. She's our little snapdragon. I know, right, Julie? That is so true. These books are stunning even before the coloring. Yeah. So we did this one, and I cannot remember. There's probably a video for, if you look in my color book playlist, and I think I also have a pan pastel playlist. Pacola made me make all these playlists some time back. So you should be able to find it, but I have over 1,000 videos. So you just have to kind of look at the thumbnails. I try to, put in the thumbnail part of the show so you can kind of find it. Hi, Megan, Nanette. Anybody else I missed? Okay, so let me keep rolling here. And this paper's pretty thick. It's pretty thick. It's not cardstock. Some, books are cardstock or watercolor type paper. I would say this is probably 90 weight. It's not as thin as like Create Space used to. Now it's KP or something like that. But anyway, Amazon paper. It's a good quality, right? And it's perfect, and it's smooth. It's really good for pan pastels. So I'm just going to kind of flip, and you can see the names of them right here. So I like both. I mean, I like all three books, and I just kind of picked these three off my color book shelves. I like that too, the little calf and the cat. Kind of like the cat, but I like her face because it's big. I like doing big faces on stream because you can see them, right? You can see what I'm doing, as opposed to something really little like this. And I will pull out one other book here too, to show you some pan pastel in my 3-ring binder, color book binder. Like, this isn't it. Sorry, I picked off the wrong book. That's the wrong one. Where is my color book one? Did I take that in the other room too? I might have taken that in the other room, because I ran out of shelf space in here. Let me go run see. Did I take that in there? Hang on just a second, guys. I did. I took it in the other room, and I also found one other book I'll show. That's good for pan pastels. A Gugeli, Find Color Gugeli, I think. Gugli. Anyway, I'll show that one too. And then I got a couple pan pastel pages done in the ones that I've taken out of books. I don't take pages out of hardbacks or these kind of, fairy tale type books. I don't take those apart, but I have taken apart a lot of the Create Space ones and put them in page protectors. And I have some in here that are done with pan pastel. So I'll show you those too. Okay, so I'm not sure if we're going to work in this one. Hi, Donna. Kitty. I'm sure I'm missing people. I'm not trying to, but I do look away. So put it in caps if you have a question. So that one is Wild Soul, Grazia Salvo. And I think I have some Grazia and from her other books in here. But I brought this one out to show some pan pastel ones. Okay, so this is Momo Girl, first one, and this is Music Girl. I said call Music Girl, Girl with Music. All right, so let's see what I've done in these. Let's see here. And again, these are in Korean. Here's some sample pages at the beginning of, I guess, I don't know who colored these, but these were done, they're samples at the beginning. So if you want to kind of get an idea, you don't know where to start, there's some samples, and it is all, you can't read. Somebody, there is translations of this online. I bet if you put in Google, you could probably find Momo Girl. I know the music one. I know this one has a translation. This one probably does too. And it'll translate for you. Or I know you can take a picture, scan it, or, there's ways to translate it if it's really important for you to do so. Sip of juice here. Losing my voice. All right, so here's one that I did with pan pastel and pencil. And just, did the border here because a lot of them have borders like this. So this one is pan pastel and pencil and some Posca. You can see some white Posca in the hair. So there's that. Let's see, I'm going to have to test this. Hang on, guys. I don't know who that is. There's nothing there. I don't know. All right, so there's that. And but these little faces, this one is so cute. But again, I'd want to do a larger face, although we would not probably get to all the double page spread and all the flowers and all that. You can't do that in one, very hard to do in one stream. And so this is done with pan pastel and pencil. Trying to get it so that it kind of shows for you. Hi, Ashley Colors. So there's this one, and then did a lot of little veining. It may not show up, but I did a lot of veining with Posca. So it looks like those little hydrangea veins in the flowers. So, yeah, I like her too. I might pick her because she's kind of, I don't want to say she's simple. Sorry, guys. But she's, you know, it's not a whole lot of detail. Okay, hang on, guys. I have to take my phone out of here. Hang on. I'm on a group text. I can still hear it if it rings, but I'm on a group text and yeah. Okay. So let's see. Better order a backup of set of pencils. Hi, Erica. Molly. So we might do this one. So I'm gonna try to pick one from each book. I love this one too, but again, there's no way I can finish a page like that in 3 hours. So, but I wanted to give y'all a little flip through. There's this one. I did this one with the shiny metallic lime, which I really don't like, but it is what it is. You don't have to like everything you do, but she turned out really nice. I really like her, the poppies, and her hair. I just really didn't like the lime background, but it's okay. It kind of goes. So there's that one. And there's this one. I love this one too. I love her. I really love her. Maybe I should do her. I don't know. Again, with the dots can take a while. So it's this little redhead girl. Again, with pastels. I only have water-soluble wax pastel. Well, I don't really use those, Darlene. You test everything. Everything you use, test it on a back page. Test it on a back page. Look, there's a test right there. Because you just don't know. And every color book's paper is different. So you just don't know. You don't know what's going to happen, until you test it out. So I really like her. And again, a lot of little Posca details in her dress there. The little dots and the little veining and the flowers. So that one. Let's see what else we have. She's so cute. Reminds me of Denise when she was little. So they're just beautiful books, both of them. I think like Rachel said, or it could have been Julie one. They're beautiful without even being colored. Love these, but again, a lot of time to do those. Okay, so that's Momo Girl, the first one. I found one page in there. All right, and let's see, I'll pick which one in a little bit. All right, then this is the Girl with Music. I think it's called Girl with Music. And again, oh wait, I think I had a poster or something in this one. Let's see, what do I have in here? Yeah. Oh, it's kind of like it was a calendar of, I don't know if these come in all of them. Of course, this was 2018. Of course, if they did a new one, it would have, new calendars, if they're putting calendars in them anymore. I don't know. Okay, then this one. Again, let's see what we got in here. Some sample pages. So if you want to kind of get an idea of what you want to color or how you want to color it. There's different samples here. And again, I have no idea who colored them. But, yeah. So let's kind of flip here. And the pages are pretty thick, and the spine, I've not broken the spine, so it's not wanting to like flip for me like this very easily. So I don't know which one I'd like to do if I pick this book. And again, this is a song. The words make a song. But like her, the little dove. Again, I would want to pick something not too time consuming. Like her, it has some in her snow. So I did this one. Like she's kind of glowing from the light of that ball. So hi Tina. Anybody else I missed? So I did this ball's glowing like, and it's casting the light on her. So I really like the colors in this one. So I did that one. Okay, and then the posters and the postcards. So I'm thinking I like the other two so far that I've picked. So it's going to be one of the other two so far. Although, let's go ahead and look at this one's called Find Color. Find Color. And it's Gugeli, Guguli. There is a Instagram for Gugeli. Now this one has like watercolor paper. I also have the art book by Gugeli. I think that's the how you say it. I don't know. But anyway, I also have the art book. I didn't bring that out, but with all the different art that it corresponds to this book. But this is on like a cream color, watercolor type paper. Okay. So here's the first page, and I did put glitter stickles on there. So there's her. Again, pan pastel and pencil. And you do have to spray it. So I'll kind of flip. This is a storybook. Yeah, I know, Sherry Bug, right? And this is like a whole story. So, this is the kind of book you don't take your pages out of because you would interrupt the story. Okay, Bacola. You would interrupt the story. So, and these are very detailed. I wasn't planning on coloring in this one. I just saw it when I found, pulled out this book. I said, well, let me show them Gugeli too. So there's this one. Again, with some stickles with a broken glass there. So, fold it up too much, it flashes out. So I think if I stay down here, it's better. Then you can see some of it's kind of smeared over on there. I think when I was doing well, whatever, it's smeared over a little bit. That doesn't matter. So then this one, I love this one too. And this is one of the ones where the pan pastel just really worked well because of the softness that I wanted to get. And then I put stickles in the cherry blossoms. Now, you always want to do stickles at the very end after you're completely done coloring. Okay. So, there we go. Let's see. I'm probably missing people. Yeah, the cherry blossoms. Yeah. But, these kind of pages take a lot of time. This one, I just kind of did just two color, just to mess around, doing two colors. This is the one that's on the cover there. I think it's, I thought I had a cover for this book, and it may be in the other room. I don't remember. Yeah, the sparkles are stickles. Let's see if I can grab one up here. Here's a silver one. Stickles. That's the brand. Glitter glue is essentially what it is. Well, I don't know if you call it glue, but it's it's a liquid glitter, and it does take a while to dry. I'd at least wait overnight before you closed your book. And it comes in, I don't know how many colors, 50 colors? I don't know. Comes in a lot of colors. So. Hi, Bonnie. Just showing a couple color book pages, and we're going to work in pan pastels in one of them today. This one I just pulled at the last minute just to show a couple pages out of. So there's this one, and again, a lot of stickles on that one. And I splattered the background. And, a lot of glitter in this one. Well, maybe not overnight, but I wouldn't close the book until overnight because you might glue your pages shut. I like this one too. And then this one is the last. And then again, there's a poster back here. Oh, Zeely sent me this one. And I also, I ordered from, I think it was Cool Craft. I ordered the art book. And the art book's it's not cheap. And it did take over a month to get to me. So depending on, who you order from, but cool. And again, I don't know if Cool Craft on Etsy is still doing color books. I haven't even looked at them since before the virus. So I don't even know. But here's this one. Let me show you this little poster here. So it's got kind of a little encapsulation of the story going on there. And then this one, I'm not finished with this one. I'm finished with this side, but not that side. So this one I did pearl. I did Pearl X dots. Well, not Pearl X, pearl, liquid pearl. So that is dimensional. You have to be real careful with that too. This was on the very, last page, but that will give texture. So like if I was going to color something here, make sure I'd have to put cardboard or something here. Otherwise, because you can feel the bumps, right? So you have to make sure to put something behind it if you are going to, color on top of that. So there we go. And then again, I haven't finished this side. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Googly. And then I wanted to show you a couple other pan pastel ones that I have put in here. These are Sylvia Grazo, I'm pretty sure. Grazia, what is it again? Gracia Salvo. I think these are two of hers. So I haven't put them in sleeves yet. So let's just see if I can get to some pan pastel ones. These are not pastel ones. I don't think any pastel are on these. But and I've shown these so many times, guys. Just go look in my color book playlist, and there's playlist flip or something like this, and I show all these in detail. I'm just looking for the two. I'm looking for the two in what do you call it? Pan pastel. This was a Grazia Salvo here. Grazia Salvo. This one. Let's see. Hang on, they're here somewhere. Then here's my what do you call it? Beckett Griffith. Oh, what's her name? Oh, it's on the back. There's so many names I try to remember with them all. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And these have stickles and glitter on a lot of them as well. Okay, where are you, girls? Where are you? Here we go. I have two in here that I wanted to show if I can find them. Well, Here we go. Three. I have three. Okay. Well, this one is also, this one's Christine Karen, and I think I use some pan pastel on this one, and maybe on this one as well. Let me just. And then these next three are from Ikuko. These I did with pan pastel. I'll take them out so you can see them. And they're done. Let's see. I'll have it on the back. I always write them on the back. Japanese Girls by Ikuko. And these are pan pastel with pencil detail. Hi, Marlene. So you can see pan pastel. And then the little white flicks. That's Posca. Okay, then there's this one. Again, pan pastel, and then details. And one more here. But you do have to spray these with a fixative. I know, Tina, love Posca. There's Melody. Hi, Melody. How you been? It's good to see you. I know it's practically the middle of the night for you, but thanks for coming in. Melody has sent me a lot of my nice, like the, Gugeli. But no, I think Zeely sent me that one of them anyway. But Miss Melody has sent me a lot of my nice Asian color books. So this is pastel and detail with pencil. Hope you're doing all right, Melody. It's great to see you. I know, Julie, right? So there we go. There's some pan pastel samples. And I'll pick one of the two out of that two books to color in a minute, but I want to show you what I got from Gary Shipman's campaign. And again, if you want to see about buying one or two or any of his other sketchbooks or books, he has lots of books, guys. And he does a lot of online drawing at night. And so look for Gary Shipman Art, and easy to find on YouTube. So let me go ahead and show you. So I've done, this was the first campaign he did, was Titan Mouse of Might. And again, let me just kind of flip he is an excellent artist, and his detail in his inking is just stunning. So this was the first one. Okay. And then this is the one that just came in, and with all the goodies that comes with it. And it probably depends on what campaign, what you get with it. He's, I know he did a artist edition, a really nice artist edition one, where he's doing like a full-on inking page in some of those. I don't know if he's doing it in all of them. I don't want to say if he's not. But so again, I have not read it yet because it just came in, but just so you can kind of see the detail that he does. Isn't it awesome, guys? So you just need to go over to his channel, and he'll have links in his description and where you can go to buy them and all that. Hi, Nichols. I know. I've got some of his auction pieces. And yeah, so let me show you this. So I got some postcards. And then a bookmark. Stickers. A patch. Some trading cards. So again, go over to Gary Shipman Art on YouTube and he'll have links. And follow him too, guys. I'm telling you, he does awesome art and he's really laid back. He's such a great guy. Y'all just you need to go follow him. Go follow Gary Shipman Art. And I will leave a link in the description of the video after the show. Yeah, it is. His art is very distinctive, Vonnie. It is. And then I did buy some time ago one of his sketchbooks. This is volume 1, the Somewhat Gothic and Sometimes Ugly sketchbook. And this is just like a compilation. And this is an original piece that he did in the front. He has such a sense of humor. And it's just, it's just kind of like, he's so laid back and quiet, you wouldn't think. And I know I've read this story. Maybe I should read it again because I love this story. I always read this one. But let me just flip from the back because it's easier. And look, here's all his different books. And he's just got tons of art, guys. And this is his creepy, cool kind of Gothic somewhat. So let's just kind of do a little flip here. And so it's just a compilation from one of his sketchbooks, right? So just flip. And I'm skipping pages here. So Gene Wilder. Let's see. So let me read you. I'm going to read this one again. I always read this one, but I love this story here. Okay. I laugh every time. Okay. Breakfast with friends. This is a somewhat true story of a boy who just wanted a friend, someone to share breakfast with. One morning, when he was almost done eating his breakfast and wishing and hoping for a friend, he looked down into his bowl and thought that his wish had come true. He noticed that there were little bugs climbing out of his bowl. His first thought was maybe the bugs would be his friends. But his dream of having a friend came to an end when he realized that they probably hated him because he'd already drowned and eaten many of them. So, if you want to have friends, you should always check the expiration date. So that's his one of his sketchbooks. And again, so I was happy to get volume 2. I already had volume 1, and I have other stuff from his other campaign from the first one. So, but I did want to share that. So y'all make sure and go follow him, and you won't be sorry. He's awesome. He really is awesome. So and then for those that came in late, you know Janet's take on my Petri dish lab experiment of my water brush cleaning tub. So I surprised Janet, and yesterday I bought a new one. I won't probably be using it today because I'm going to use pan pastels, but just to make Janet happy so she doesn't get skeeved out. I bought a new one. Okay, so I'm going to pull some of my, here's my, some of my pan pastel tools here. And then these sponges. And by the way, guys, when you use pan pastel, you really do need to use their sponges. Their sponges, their tools with their, it's not like, it's different than a makeup wedge. They're not the same as, I mean, a makeup sponge. There's something different about it. I can't tell you what it is, but you can buy the handles, and I've got the different handles here, and the different shapes. And then you just buy the replacement tips. You can get it on Amazon or through Pan Pastel. But, and then the sponges, I use the sponges as little palettes, You won't worry about my health, Janet. So I use the sponges as a little palette to do mixing on. If you try to mix it on some, like a piece of paper, you're just kind of smashing the pastel into the paper. This kind of lays on top, and so you can continuously blend and use it. So I have, you know, a couple different ones that I use, because I don't use these for like applying, because they're so big. I just use them as palettes to mix the pan pastels on. And I do have a full set, so I have all the colors. They're not in the original order right now. I'm going to tell you that, because when I use them, I put them back semi, you know, correctly, but they're not in the original order that they come in. So if you're looking at these and say, oh, I want that set because it has that blue and that green, look at the sets, because they may not be that. So there's 4 trays if you get all of them. And but these are not they're not in the correct order as when you buy them. Okay. All right. So real quick, let's see which of the 2 pieces that I bookmarked do I want to think about doing. Or maybe y'all can pick. So I got 2 different pages that I chose here to do in, either her or her. So we can do one of these 2. Pretty bright, shiny new brush cleaner. Janet can now breathe again. Yes, I know. I haven't even put water in it yet, Carla. I haven't even done that. Of course, I'm not going to use it today, because I'm doing pan pastels and pencil. So. So what do y'all like? Do you like the Momo, or do you like Grazia? Which one? Some are saying this one, some are saying this one. Oh, thank you, Pacola. One of my, there's one of the links at Pacola. And again, I do have a playlist. I have a playlist for color books, pan pastels. You know, I have different playlists for different subjects, and they overlap. Like if I do pan pastels in a color book, it will be in both playlists. It'll be in the pan pastel and it'll be in the color book playlist, unless I've missed one. And I'm not saying I couldn't have missed one too. But we have over 1,000 videos, so you got a lot you can choose from. Okay, Miranda said Momo. Some are saying Momo. It looks like Momo might be winning. Hi, Jacqueline. Momo winning. Okay, we'll do Momo then. All right, and we'll do another one another day. You know, we'll try to get back around. All right, so we're gonna go with Momo. I am gonna zoom in one more, and it looks pretty clear. All right, let me put my tools over on this side where the glare would be. So we can move kind of a little bit this way. I haven't picked any colors or anything. I haven't even picked a page yet. I mean, until just now. I'm drinking so much water, I've given myself the hiccups trying to get my voice going this morning. Okay, so let's see. Now to decide what colors, what color hair, you know, everything. Well, she'll probably have a light skin tone. So let's go ahead and get a couple of, and I try to use as minimum I know it sounds like when I pick out 3 or 4 colors, you think, oh, well, that's not, but I really do try to pick a minimum of colors so that it just, you don't have to have, full range to do it. Peaches in the back, apples or peaches. I don't know. Maybe they're apricots. Apricots? Not sure. I would probably, oops. The other thing, let me say, if you get it somewhere you don't want, this is where a kneaded eraser comes in. Now let me clean my kneaded eraser. But a kneaded eraser will lift up all the, until you spray it. Once you spray it now, it's set, okay? But if you make a mistake or get somewhere you don't want it, you can use your kneaded eraser. If you get it in some little spot where you, see, I shouldn't be putting this tray right here, right? Then you might want to get an electric eraser to get in some little details if need be. All right, you think they're plums maybe, Vonnie? They could be plums. So we could do them purple. That might be nice. And, do her sweater in purple. I don't know if these are like hibiscus, pink hibiscus, or if those are plum flowers. What color are flowers that are on a plum? Do you know anybody? Oh, I can look it up. Flowers on a plum, aren't they white? I don't know. Oh, well, I took my phone out of here. I think they're white, aren't they? Let me go grab my iPad. Hang on. I'll look it up. Last night I just wanted to chill and draw, so I'll show you what I worked on last night. I was chilling. So I love drawing roosters. I don't know why, but I came across this, so I put it in my little sketchbook here, and I just used some watercolor and pencil and Posca and little paint. So there's my little my version of this rooster in a square format. So yeah, I did that last night. Okay, so let's pick this up. All right. I like drawing roosters. I don't know why. Because the texture and everything. You love your electric eraser, Arlene? Okay, so let's see. Hi again, Zeely. All right, so let's see. Let me look up plums. Images. I'm not seeing any flowers. I just see leaves. I mean, tons of plums, but I don't see any. Let me see if there's plum flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers they have. I think they're just going to give me pictures of flowers that are plum color. Oh, no, they're kind of look like cherry blossoms. Some are pink. Some are white. Here's white ones, pink ones. So they kind of look like cherry blossoms. So they're kind of, I kind of like the pink ones. So let me save that. All right, so we'll save that. And then let me find a picture of some plums for the color. Oh, thanks, Jacqueline. You like doing painting research too, Abigail? There's something about it, I don't know. Maybe it's their texture or something. They have feathers, they have texture, they have so many different things, Okay, let's see which color. I kind of like I like the more purple ones. If we're going to do a pink kind of flower, I kind of like this color, right? So I think we'll go with that. All right. But we're not going to, we'll see how much time we have. But let's do her first. Okay, so. All right, photos. All right. I'll turn it off for now because I don't need it for a while. because we're going to work on her. I just kind of want to see some colors. Well, you know what? Let me go back to those colors of the plum because I want her sweater to be the same color. I want her sweater to be the same color, which is like these two colors right there. Looks like those two colors with maybe just a highlight of that. Okay. All right, so we're going to roll with that for the plums and her sweater. And then let's see. Do I want her to have blonde hair? Brown hair? What do y'all think? What color hair do y'all want? You like the purples? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do that. Those are going to be the purples. Let me put the lid back on this for now so I can just move it out of the way. Trying to decide if I want blonde hair, but I've done blonde hair, I think, in this book already, just like the last. Let's see. Yeah, we did a blonde hair there, blonde hair, blue eyes. We did her with that blue-gray color hair. Let's see. Do I have another one done in this book? She's a redhead. Chestnut brown. Okay. So we can kind of go with, pretty much the same colors that's going to be in her skin. Like this maybe. Let's get one other shade of brown, dark brown. Let's see. Get the dark brown too. Okay. And then I'll need a little pink or a little something for her lips and her cheeks, maybe. I'll get a pink. I already got a pink out there. So we'll go with maybe a red. We'll see. If I need anything else, I'll just get it out. All right. So there we go. All right. And I do have baby wipes. You want to keep your hands as clean as possible. Let's see. Any other tips? Brown hair would look nice. Okay. All right. So let's see what we want to start with. Oh, I got to get a paper towel because that's how you clean your tool. And I know you can wash these sponges, but I never wash them. They usually wear out. They usually wear out before especially the pointy thin one, they usually wear out before you'd even need to wash them. And you can flip them over. So when one side starts getting worn or a hole in it, and you do have to be careful with them. Let me show you. You got to be real careful. Got to be real careful. You can flip it over and use the other side. But when you're putting it on the tool, it's very easy to rip it. So be very gentle. And there we go. So what I'm going to do, and you clean it off on a paper towel. It could look stained, but just if nothing's coming off on the paper towel, then you're good. Okay. Hi, Fernando. Anybody else? All right. So let's just start with a nice peach and see, I'm already making a mess here. So you need your kneaded eraser. Kneaded eraser to keep your area clean here. I'm going to move my paper towel over here to the right so I can clean over there. And hopefully y'all can see what we're doing. I do want these little foam dudes. You don't want these little. I mix everything on some of the larger sponges because I never use these to applique anything. Like if you're going to do a big scene, with pan pastels, you're going to use the big sponges like these. You're going to use these bigger sponges. But I don't do that. But just FYI, these are perfect for blending your colors on, right? You can't even put up. All right, so I'm going to just start with this light peach color. Okay, and these will last you forever if you're just doing something like, okay, again, I got something up here. They'll last you forever. I mean, they're just so highly concentrated, and they do not feel chalky like pastels do. They're very smooth and creamy. They're not exactly like oil. They're not like oil pastels at all, but they're not, what do you call it? They're not chalky and dry like regular pastels where you feel like you don't want to touch them. That was what I thought that they would be like at first, and but they're not. They're not at all. Okay. And we can, I'll move in, like when I start working on the eyes or something, I will zoom in. Right now, I'm just going to kind of get all the base colors on. So I'm just starting with just one base coat of this peach color. And you can spray in between if you want to fixative something and then go back and add another layer or then work with pencil on it. You can spray it in between and still work on top of the spray. I use a Grumbacher final fixative, even though I may add another layer afterward. I still use the final fixative. For one reason, it seems to smell less than the regular, like a workable fixative. I don't know why, but it does. I don't want to forget her ear up in there. And again, if you go out of lines, you get it somewhere you don't want, then take, and it's a small area, take your it's a battery. It's not electric, it's a battery, and you can erase, okay? And I do kind of like to take my time with it. And then I do add final details like little eyes and little, smaller details with pencil. Okay, because this is obviously not as tiny as a pencil tip. Let's see. All right. I think that's all the skin that I'm seeing. Maybe a little peeking through her hair there. Okay. I have to decide what color eyes I want to give her. Probably green eyes because that'll go nice with the plum. I didn't pull green yet. For the plum flowers, it's maybe an olive green. Let's see, maybe a green like this. Or a green like this. This kind of looks a little yellow, but I do kind of like it. All right, I'm going to clean my little tip off right over here. I'll start with this yellow green. And again, you're going to want to get in there on the pupils, for example, and I tell you all this with every color book. The blacks on a color book page are not black. So if you want dark black pupils, you're going to have to get in there with a pen or a pencil. I just like using a Sharpie pen, not a Sharpie pencil, a Sharpie pen. And I'm just showing you now, but there's going to end up getting more chalk dust on those pupils, so you'll probably want to do it again, or wait before you put on something like a pen, because you're going to get chalk dust over it and it's not going to look black again after you get chalk dust on it. The other thing you want to be careful is, your hand in it. You don't want to smear it, although if you do, you can either take your kneaded eraser, like right along her neckline here, and or anywhere, but if it's real tiny, you can get in there with your tiny, and I have one that's even smaller. I think Janet sent it to me, I'm not sure. Okay, hi Secret Squirrel Amy. Okay, Janet. All right, so let's see. I think I'll do these two colors for the plum. Let's just go ahead and put a couple leaves in here just because I'm using the green on her eyes. So let's just go ahead and again, details can be shaded in here with pencil. After you spray it, well, you can do it before you spray it too, just depending on how much you're going to work on it or what, but you don't want to work in pencil and get your hand laying in everything. So I'm going to put this kind of gold green down first, and then I'm going to add just a touch of the olive green here. And you can do the background or not, leave it white or put in, you could put in a glow around them. Whatever you want to do. This is an ivy. This is a different leaf, but I'm just doing right now. I'm just doing all the leaves green. That green. There's the flower right there. Plum, plum, plum. Leaf right there. And here again, there's a border. I can either go around and black out the border. But right now I'm just kind of like, see how doesn't really matter if I go off the border, because what I can do is then come back and make it nice and sharp and crisp on the edge. Okay. Are we still with the tour? Everybody still with the tour? So I'm just doing base coat right now. And again, I know a lot of pastel artists like to use as many colors and nuances. And there's not, I mean, trust me, I love that, but I don't take that much time. I mean, if I'm working on a portrait for somebody, I'll put as many colors as necessary. But when I'm doing a color book page, I just do whatever I feel like, gets the job done. All right. So again, kind of off the line here. Let's just clean that up a little. Just comes right up with the kneaded eraser. All right. Thanks, Tina. All right, so now I think I will take some of the olive green and just put a little in each leaf. And then any other shading I want to do, I'll just probably do that with pencil. Can y'all see that? If I want, I can zoom in. You won't be able to see the colors I'm picking or anything like that. Or we can wait a little bit before I zoom in. I start doing some details. Let's just get everything based in, then I'll zoom in. Okay. All right, something like that. And there's a branch back there. I might do that with just a dark brown. Let me just go ahead and use this. I can just keep working on this. Let's go ahead and get a darker brown in there. And you can see how you can feather it out and make it lighter. You can always erase. Okay. Where am I needed? There it is. Hi, Jeff. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, everybody. We're working with pan pastels today. And you can't smear. I know, when you're doing pencil and stuff, you have a tendency just to use your hands to get crumbs. You can't do that with pan pastels. You just have to pick it up with the kneaded eraser. Even a brush. I have the drafting brush. You're going to smear it. All right, so there's that. All right. All right, let's move that over there. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean my tool off right here on my paper towel. And again, they don't last for a long time, especially because you're cleaning them off on paper towel. You can wash them, but I don't. I just clean them off on paper towel. Okay, so now I want, I'm going to go ahead and use this. I know the flowers are a little on the pink side. I'm going to use this lilac color to do them. So I'm just going to go ahead and put just a gentle coat of lilac on here, on the flowers. Where's that one go? It goes right in there. Just to kind of get everything based in. Not really doing much, shading yet or anything. Just getting it on there. Not a branch. You think that's, yeah, it might be. Okay. Somebody said that that's probably her sweater, not a branch. You're probably right. Well, let's erase it then. Okay. Let's hang on. See, I'm thinking this, but that's her chest, right? And then that's her arm. Yeah, probably right. Okay, let's go ahead and take off as much as we can because we're going to go back over with purple. Okay, so thank you. Who said that? Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. All right. Yeah, because this branch looks like it's going kind of behind her, right? All right, so now let's go ahead and I don't really want it this dark yet or this light, her sweater. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this and the lavender and kind of get in between as a base. Now let's see. I think the trim, I might make that a white t-shirt under there. So let's just go ahead and do the sweater first. Just a nice little base coat. Again, not really worried about going past that line or anything, so I'll just erase it. And their sleeve. Hello, Tina. Anybody else I missed? I can get it on the plum there too, because that's going to be the color. So we can base coat the plums, the light kind of mid-tone. And again, I'm going to go around all the edges that I've gone out of line with. And smooth it all out. That. One other thing I think I'm going to go ahead and do is some of the stripes. And again, this might be just best done with a color pencil, but I'll just go ahead and kind of mark the stripes. Some areas like this tiny little stripe could just do with pencil. And I just use Prismacolor on top of my pan pastels. All right, so let's just go ahead and get that in there. after I base in her face, I mean, get a little bit more in her hair and some base stuff done, I'll zoom in a little bit. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take my kneaded eraser. Yeah, she's coming along, Abigail. All right. So now I'm going to just go ahead and clean up these edges. And you got to keep cleaning. You got to keep folding over and cleaning your kneaded eraser. You have to keep cleaning it or you'll just be smearing it. Because it's very highly concentrated, highly pigmented. So again, if y'all miss seeing my Gary Shipman Titan book 2 come in, I'll put a link in the description. I'll try to go back and see exactly where I showed the book and put a time stamp on that. All right, let's see. You just got to kind of take your time. This is not something you can just like rush through. I mean, I can do pencils pretty quick, but it does take a little bit of time to, you know, do the pan pastel. All right, let's see. A little bit of green needs to be sweet there. All right. All right. If you have any questions, put it in caps. Are you going to plant's going to live? Janet, do you want me to send you that old my old paint brush cleaner? You might be able to use it in the garden. She'd put on a hazmat suit before she touched that. I know, wouldn't you, Janet? Put on a hazmat suit before you touch my paint jar, my paint. Hi, Gabby. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to go ahead while I have the purple and go ahead and do the base the plums in here too. Might as well, right? If you start with a base coat on everything, you can see the colors in the whole piece, you know, the whole composition. And y'all know I'm one that likes to use like maybe 3 main colors and then some accent colors. If you stick with us just 3 or 5 depending on the piece. Of course, I always say if you got a whole flower garden, don't say, "Well, I've got a whole flower garden. I need more than 5 colors." Don't email me. But it will make your piece cohesive. It'll make it cohesive if you have, now see, I'm being real careful not to sit my sleeve down on here. And I know you're wearing a white shirt while you're doing pan pastels. It's a paint shirt, guys. It's a painty shirt. Okay. There's one right there. Let's do that one a little darker. And if you flip it over, you'll have a little bit tighter point. It'll be a little pointier if you flip it over. Just a little slightly. All right. Again, these little tiny areas, you could just do that with pencil. I'm trying to do as much as I can with the pastels for you guys. All right, now I think I'm going to go ahead and get the dark purple here and put some of that on here and start doing a little more, maybe even a little straight dark there. I'm going to put a little bit on the plums and a little bit on the sweater. Okay. Just enough so give them a little roundness. What's a tool that I'm blending with? Terry, it's the Pastel Tools. And the material is called Color Soft, SOFFT. The sponges, and you can get the tools in different, including these like this. This is part of it too. I just use it for blending on. Thank you, Bacola. All right, let's see. Let's go back again. I want to be careful not to stick my arm in there. I do more with pencil on these little tight areas, but we'll get some color in there. They just blend so easily, especially when you're doing faces and things. All right, I think we got enough of that. Just to start. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come down in here. Let's turn it over a little on this side. And I'm going to start doing some shading and blend it out. Maybe a little dark on these edges, which I could, again, do with pencil, but I don't need the weather app popping up. All right, let's keep all right, maybe I should go ahead and zoom in a little here. Zoom in. I just have to remember to keep moving the book, because otherwise I'll end up off camera. And you can, I don't really want to do it now, but I'll show you how you can do highlights. Of course, a sweater is not going to have really shiny areas, but just so you can see how you can get shiny areas, let's go ahead and maybe on this little edge. Wait, I got to put this down. Clean up areas. Can you see where where I put that white in there? And you can do it on other areas too. Like let's just say, right here. You can just go, you can get you can remove stuff and give yourself lighter areas. But you don't want to do that until, you get to that stage. But that's nice about having a little electric eraser. And there's smaller ones. So I have a smaller one too. Okay, let's go ahead and put in some of these wrinkles. We'll block in her hair. I hope y'all are enjoying this. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you do. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. It all counts as the same. It all counts as a watch. Could do, I did a pan pastel in the mermaid. I think it was actually my very first. I have to go see if I can see it in the shelf. My very first pan pastel color book was in the direct Direcio Mermaid, I think it was. Okay, gonna clean off this edge again. And I did a like a textury octopus look. And let me see. Let me go. See. I'm going to keep constantly cleaning my hands on a baby wipe so that dust isn't smearing. Hang on, real quick. Let me go see. Yeah, this one. This was the first one I did a color book in a pan pastel. You see that right there? None of this was there. None of that texture was there. We added that. Well, I say we because if I did it on a stream. Um, so yeah, you can add all kinds of textures like this with pan pastels. Like if I wanted to add some more, texture in a sweater, I could do that sort of thing too. All right, let's see. Thanks, Rachel. All right, so now let's see. I think I will just keep working a little bit here. A little bit more. A little bit, maybe I could make it a little nubby. A little nubby. Might look good. So it's not just flat. Hi, Trisha. Anybody else popping in? Thanks, everybody, for being here. Pan pastel and color book. And again, I'll get in there even more shadowy in some areas with pencil. Something like that. Then I want this to be white t-shirt. And let's see, a little bit of shadow in there. Maybe I could do that with a little bit of, let's go in there with a little bit of slate gray color. Let's see. Maybe that's what I'll do in the background too. Let me look. Let's see what color blue. The gray blue. Kind of want this kind of blue, but lighter. Okay, so I'm going to go and clean off my tool here. Oh, thanks, Trisha. You got your first pan pastel delivered. The portrait set. Yeah, you'll love them. All right, again, kneaded eraser, clean up edges or any place that you got a little smear or anything, because you will smear it. It will happen. So you need to be able to clean it up. All right, now I think I'm going to go in here with the blue, and I need to get the white out. White out. And put some white because I want this a light. I want this shade of blue, but I just want it lighter. And you really shouldn't be blending over your piece because I'm dropping little crumbs down on there. All right, so now I'm going to have a little bit of shadow. Let's see, how is that blue enough? Maybe I need it a little bluer. I want a shadow of blue in here on her t-shirt. It's still a little gray. There we go. Just get some on there. And then on her sleeve here, this is going to be a white stripe, so I'm going to want to shadow right through that sleeve there. I don't know what color I want that band yet on the sweater. Do I want it real dark? So I just want a little bit of touch of little color in that t-shirt there. And now I'm going to clean this off. And then get some white and blend that together. And then where I want it real white, I'll go back in with my eraser. Okay, let's do a little cleaning. All right. Smooth that out. I don't want it to look too gray, like she's got on a dirty t-shirt, but I just wanted a little bit something. And I'm not sure the color of the band here. I might want to do a gold, paint a gold on there. You know, like have a gold edge to that. Let's see. All right, so again, I'm going to want this a lot darker along some of these edges, and so I'll be doing a lot more detail with pencil in there, but I got a base coat on here, so that's good. And you always want to make sure before you spray it, I'm not going to right now, but before you spray it, you want to look over everything very, very carefully. You want to make sure there's nothing, because once you spray it, you're going to have a hard time erasing anything. I mean, if you use a final fixative, which is what I do, even a workable fixative, I'd be a little leery that it would. Okay, something like that. Okay, let me get a sip of juice. All right. I will probably do her fingernail purple. All right, and then of course the centers of these flowers, they're going to have the purple in it too. But again, I'll probably do that with pencil because there's just like little tiny stamens in there and stuff. And I'll probably just do that with pencil. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get a base coat on her hair. Let me clean I'm constantly cleaning my eraser and my tool over here on the paper towel. All right, let's go ahead and start with, she's going to have like an auburn hair color. Let's see here. Let me get a blender here. Just turn them over and you can use the other side. Now it's going to get on your hands, so you got to kind of remember to keep your hands clean, you know. All right, so this will just be a base. Again, we're going to just add a base. We can always lighten up. We can always lighten up with an eraser. But I just want to get the base coat on here now. And I'm just kind of, you know, keeping it a light touch. So I'm smashing it into the in here first. Again, I'm not worried about going around each of these little hairs. I'll do that with an eraser. I'm just getting it on there right now. There'll be a lighter areas like on top of her hair here where the light hits it. To me, it's just easiest to get a base coat and then go darker and lighter. But, you know, I'm not a pan pastel expert here, guys, by any means. If there are tons of people online that do pan pastel professionally, and I mean, they're awesome. And so you'll want to check them out if you want to do more with them than what I do in a color book. You know, I mean, I do use them in my portraits too, but it's still mostly mostly color pencil that I like. Hi, Amanda. Anybody else popping in on this? Thanks, everybody, for coming in while I'm working on the pan pastels. There's a little ribbon in there, too, and some little tassels. I might do those green, like the leaf color. Got any questions or anything? Are we good? And again, what I'll do is like where I'm going to want the ribbon to be green, I'll erase any brown or anything I got on there. And go in, let me clean the tip of this off and maybe get in there with just a little bit of this gold color just so I know where it is. The golden green color. Little tassels. Then our little earring, I might do a plum color as well. Just so I can find it in her hair there, you know, so I don't forget it. Okay, let me clean that off. Put a little purple in her earring. All right. Time to wash the hands. I think I'll get some fresh baby wipes. You'd be surprised how much gets on your hands. So just keep cleaning them off with the baby wipe. So, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get in with where's my kneaded eraser again? Where'd it go? Where did it go? Where'd you go, kneaded eraser? Oh, there. Roll over there. I'm not sure what I want to do with the background yet. If I want to just put like a little bit of blue haze around her. But you got to keep cleaning it, or otherwise you'll just be transferring it over. Hi, Ashley. Judy O. All right, so this is what we got so far. I'm smear it over here. I know it looks a little fussy, and it is, but I think it's worth it when the way that it looks. All right. I'm going to do a little bit more on, I'm going to do some on her face, and then I probably will go spray it lightly. And I go outside. I go outside to spray. All right, let's see what I want to do. I think, let me go ahead and pick her highlights out on her hair here. I mean, there'll be individual hairs blended back in, but I want to find where I'm going to have those highlights. And you got to keep cleaning your eraser. So get some right there. Cleaning, highlights, cleaning, highlights, cleaning, highlights. Just I'm constantly refolding in my kneaded eraser. I don't use kneaded eraser very often except on pastels. Because remember, you can't do or get this erased after you spray it. I mean, you might be able to get some, but it's not going to be, this much. So you want to make sure any place that you really want light areas to continue working on, you want to have before you spray it. I mean, you can always go in there with pencil and lighten things, or Posca, and there's different ways to do it. But if you want a soft blend like this, at the one that little girl looks like she, Rachel, no, just highlights. Good to grief. All right, so all right, let's see now. Do I want a few more areas in her sweater? Okay. I'm just keep cleaning. Thanks, Melinda, for stopping in. Anybody else that I missed? See, because when I'm cleaning this, I'm getting it on my hands. So that's why you got to keep baby wipe handy. To keep your hands clean. All right, let's see what else I want to do here. Let's go ahead and put some highlights on the plum. Okay, something like that. All right, let's clean my hands again. Okay, put a blank paper down. And I would smudge it, Tori. Yeah, put a piece of paper down to protect it. Like, yeah, if you moved it, it would smear it. Yeah, you'd have to not move it. Hi, Beverly. All right, so let's see now. Now I want to just pick a couple of highlights out on her face. I want to really have a clean spot here, a nice clean spot on my eraser, and I'm going to pick out. I know it looks very light, but it's a little darker than it looks on in person. But I want to have my highlights above her eyebrow, and so I'm going to pick out the places that I'm going to want some highlights. Chin. Not much over there because she's going to be in shadow, and a little bit on her forehead. Okay, a little on her neck right there. Her finger. So I can always darken it. But it's hard to get it back light. All right, so I think that might be enough I can go outside and spray it. All right. Make sure all these edges are cleaned up. So let me go all the way around here. Although I might end up even painting the border black with acrylic paint. Just paint it out. But in case I don't, let's go ahead and clean it up pretty nice there. And then I'll be right back. I'm just kind of looking all over. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to go spray it. Rainy day, but what's this? All right. So let me put that down. Let me clean off my. I'll probably go wash my hands after this. So, and I will close the door so the cats don't get in here. So let me do a BRB, and y'all behave, because if Julie's still here, she has big boots, so y'all want to behave. Okay, I think. Let's see. Oh, I think it's downstairs. All right, I'll be right back, guys. right. I got a little on this book over on this side, so let's erase that. On the flap over there. Okay. All right. How are we doing likewise? All right. Sip of water. Halo. Anybody else come in I missed? All right. So let's see what I want to do next. Do I want to work on her hair? Maybe. Let's put, do I want to put a little bit of golden color in her hair? Let's look at my colors over here. Get back on this one. It looks kind of orange, kind of, well, it looks gold, but what I want to do is just put a little bit of this yellow in there just to make it a little not so one color. Just a little bit, and then I'll go back in there and put more detail. Just a little bit of gold in her hair. And then I'll go back over it with some other colors. All right. I think we're going to go now with the darkest brown, which again, you could do a lot of this with pencil, but I'm going to go ahead and put some of the darkest darks in her brown hair. Then we'll get to her face. So I'm just going to kind of go in here and pick out some of the darkest shadow areas. You can do, softly blend. Yeah, the little bit of gold glow in her hair. Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and pick up a little bit of the auburn color here for her eyebrows. And maybe just a little on top of her eye there. Just slightly. All right. So what's everybody else working on today or have plans for today? Maybe not right now, but sometime today. What do y'all got going on today? Hello, Clara. And some of these little wispy hairs, I'll go in there with pencil on that. Cleaning up the porch. How did you weather that storm, Tina? Did it make how did that go? Did you do all right through it? Tina's in Florida, so gonna zoom. Oh, that'll be nice, Rachel. Judy's working on her composition book, and if y'all missed it, you're not going to have a homework today. You're having a homework break. Although we changed it to a weekly idea. Okay. So maybe catch up on some of your other ones. Your other 9 weeks, 9 weeks worth. Tina said uneventful, just a lot of rain, some wind. Okay, good. Well, that's good to know. That's good, Tina. Darlene is playing in her craft room. Oh, yeah, Tina. No power, internet, or cable outages, so that was awesome. Exactly. Exactly. That's always a good day when a storm goes through and you don't lose power. For sure. All right, maybe a little more gold right there. Let's pick Okay, now let's see. I think I might want to do, let's see. Do I want to go this light? Maybe I'll go a little bit with the auburn and the cream color here and get a little bit lighter brown. Let's see what this looks like. I missed something about Rachel. I do try to go back, guys, and scrub through the chat to see what I miss. I'll add little individual hairs with pencil. I'm just kind of softening it all together right now. Brown hair actually can be the trickiest to me because there can be so many shades of brown, you know. Are you going to see any of this storm? Or we might get a little rain today, or well, we got a little bit last night, but nah, not really storm. I don't think. Yeah. I think it's actually already gone up the coast. All right, so let's see. I know to go back now to this brown, the more the, and I could be blending it on my sponge too. I'm just going to kind of add a little bit more of this color in there. And again, I can add more detail with little hairs with pencil. I'm just kind of following the line art, the way that the hair is swirling. I'm just kind of following the lines. Brown hair, your least favorite to color. Yeah. Hi, View. Anybody else? Just softening it. Okay. Maybe a couple of wisps kind of coming through there. And right here's a little light. There we go. What do y'all think? And again, I'll add some even darker areas with pencil. All right, let me clean my hands again. I need some fresh baby wipes. All right, let's get to work a little bit on her face. And I still think I want blue around her. Like, I don't know. I could do the light pink in the background too. That would probably be better. Or I could just leave it white. What do y'all think? Light pink, leave it white, the background, I mean. Hi, Natasha. All right, let's see now. Let's get some of the areas that I got the brown here smudged. Leave it white. You are wondering if the colors were listed on the bottom of each individual pan. They're on the back. Let me tap off one to show you. Because when you turn them over, the crumbs are going to fall. They're on the back. Like this is red iron oxide, extra dark. See that right across the back? Don't turn them over though. Like, look how much this dust is on there. If I turn this over, you know, it's going to go everywhere. So make sure you don't turn your pastels over on your page. Yeah, I'm thinking blue too, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead now. And I want to start doing a little bit of shading in her face. So again, what I do is I find a sponge, an area where I can use to blend on. Start adding some darks here or some shadow. Yes, it's Pan Pastel View. And you can buy them in these are the large trays, but you can get them in like half trays. You can get the portrait set. You can buy them individually. And I would recommend, if you're not sure you're going to like pan pastels, buy one or two, or buy the portrait set. Don't go out and buy. They're expensive. I think you could spend up to $400 for all of it, for the tools, the sponges, the pan pastels in every color. So go just get a couple. Go get two or three skin tones or something like that. I don't think they're in Michaels. If they're in Michaels, that's news to me. These are pan pastels. They're not. I don't know what's in Michaels. I've never seen pan pastels at Michaels unless they just started carrying them. All right, so I'm going to just I want to get just a little bit lighter here, not too dark. Yeah, you can wash them. You have to make sure they're dry. But I clean them off, and I said this a little while ago. Y'all coming in. I clean them off on a paper towel, and you're more likely to wear them out before But you can wash them. You can wash them, but they'll clean off on a paper towel. Thank you, Tina. Tina found them for y'all on Amazon. All right, so now I'm going to come in here and start doing some shading. I like to use the sponges for palettes. A lot of what do you call it? Pan pastel artists that do landscapes and everything. They use these as tools and apply. Right? They apply with it. Okay, I need this a lot lighter up here. There we go. Shadow here. I always like to make their eyebrows a little bushier, a little thicker. I just like the thicker eyebrows on the young girls like that. Okay, now let me get my eraser and kind of get this softened right in there. Got one little smudgy bit right there. I want to soften that. Oh, yeah, it does, Rachel. Yeah. And some more of this I'll do with pencil. Because, this is pretty, even as pointy as it is, it's still pretty big for details, right? Let's see, Michelle. I saw Trisha. I got mine from Amazon, but prices vary a lot. Yeah, and probably depending on where you live too, right, Trisha? Was the shipping terrible? All right, I need a little bit more of the up in here. Soften those edges of her hair. Let's see, let's soften that right there. Oh, okay. Shipping free for most Amazon. Okay, Trisha. Oh, thanks, View. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to clean off my brush again, or my tool, just so I can get the softer right in here. I'm going to have to erase. For some reason, I got a little tick place right here, a little spot that doesn't want to blend, and it doesn't want to take the pastel. And it could be if you, especially I'm talking, if you and I don't want to sound gross, but if you spit on your page accidentally, you got a little wet spot. I've actually done that. You have a little wet spot on your if you try to cover that wet spot up with your pastel, it's going to leave a dark mark, right? It's going to leave a mark. I've had to turn a spittle into into what do you call it? Freckle or a mole. All right, let's go ahead and do her ear here. Because I'm talking, on camera and I'll put some Posca on her little earring and make it stand out. Same thing for the flowers. I'm going to do all that with, pencil and yes, you turn spittle into a happy accident. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to not, All right, so let's see what else. A little bit more dark in here. What is it, baby girl? You can't get up on the table. That might be a little too. I'm going to pull that shadow back just a little. There we go. Okay. I might be done with the pan pastels for now. I might go spray it and then we'll work with some pencil on it. So, oh, I did want to get a little bit, maybe this little bit of purple lipstick. Same color as her nail polish and the plums. Just a little hint of the purple in there. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to go spray it, and then we'll start working with pencil. I don't know. I have to leave Malibu in here. She's laying down there. She's pretending to be asleep until I leave, and then she's going to jump right in the middle of this. But I need to spray it. Maybe she'll follow me. So I need to spray it before I start working on pencil, because otherwise I'll be smearing it. My hand will be all in it. So I really need to go ahead and spray it. Just to make sure I got all the smudges off everywhere. And then if I decide to put blue in the background, I can always do that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it white. So I'm probably going to run out of time before I can get to it. All right. Let me go outside and spray it again. And I'll be right back. All right, baby girl, you're going to have to go out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Okay. All right. All right. So I think I'm going to put all these, I'm going to put all the pan pastels, slide them out of my way for now. Because I will need to, if I finish it, take a picture. I like to put the pan pastels around the picture, the colors that I used. So I didn't use red. Let's go and put red away. All right. Let me move my iPad. Make some space. So now I got to get out the pencils. All righty. Another. Okay. All right. So I'm going to just set my tools in here for now. All right. All right. Put a baby wipe and wipe everything down that might be dusty here. Oh, it is. Look at that. All right, let me get some more baby wipes. Let me move the book a minute. Look. It's a lot of dust. Now let me get a paper towel. Okay. Well, at least it's not going to be all over me. Okay, so there we go. So let's back out one just for a minute so you can see the full piece there. Okay. Again, I don't know if I'm going to go around the edges with black. That might be, nice and dramatic. Or green, the green color. All right. All right, let's see what I want to do. Let's go ahead and move the pan pastels all the way over to the side. And I'm just going to get out my Prismacolors. I have two silverware trays. I have the yellow greens, orange reds, pinks, purples, blues, some grays and black and white. Then I have all my skin tones and neutrals in here. Plus just random, I don't even know what this is. Just random other stuff in here. But this is what I use right here mostly for the skin tones. All right, and then my little my little sharpener and a little thing. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get out some skin tone colors. I'm going to get out nectar and peach, white, and probably a sienna. So maybe these colors right here. And then her hair, I'll get a dark brown. Let's get black. Is that no, I think it might be the same. And little bit of the green gold color for that. Let's see, dark brown. I mean, I'm trying to keep it as least colors as possible. Hi, Devin. All right, so let's go ahead now, and I'm going to go ahead with the sienna, and I'm going to start doing some of the shading. Oh, let me go ahead and zoom in because I want to do the eyes, because I want y'all to see when you do the eyes, and it's not gonna be as clear as farther back. Oh, and I need a. Oh, don't drop them again, Dee Dee. I want slate blue. It's not slate here. Slate blue. Periwinkle. That's too bright, I think. I want a slate gray or periwinkle might be okay. I'll go with periwinkle. But I want to put a little bit of shadow in the white part of her eye. So just want to add a little bit of periwinkle in there or slate gray, either one. It just makes a difference to have that shadow. Okay. Then I did kind of a bronzy gold color for her eyes, green color. And then I'm going to go ahead and just get a lime green and try to get a nice little bright there. Can y'all see okay? I mean, enough. Now, remember when I started a little while ago, I went ahead and put the pupils in her eyes with the black Sharpie pen, not a marker. It'll go through. But now I'm going to go back over it again because all the dust, I'll hold it up for you so you can see. All the dust that I've put on the piece. So look at the difference in her eyes. Where come back here, pencil. Stop rolling. The pupils, look at the pupils. See where I did the black on one and not the other yet? It makes all the difference in the world. If there's anything you want really dark black, like her eyelashes and all that, you're going to have to go over it with a pen or pencil. You can use pencil too. I like pen because it's just nice and sharp. Because you've covered up a lot of it with the pastel, plus the line art is never black. The line art is like a dark gray, right? Oh, thank you, Debbie. So right, and then of course my Posca. I don't want to get too much in the weeds yet until I finish shading her around her eyes. You don't want to get in here with eyelashes and eyebrows and stuff like that when you're still doing the skin, because then you're gonna have to work around the eyelashes and everything, right? But I am going to go ahead and put just the littlest highlight in the eye, maybe a double highlight there, and then a little bit in the iris too. Which, remember, when you use a Posca, you don't have to leave it white. When it dries, you can go back over it like with lime green right here. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave that for a minute, let it dry, and go back in here with some sienna and start doing a little more shading. Okay, I want the dark brown along her hairline right here. And here's what I meant about the hairs. Can you see right there? Let me sharpen. You can now go in here and add more individual hairs like that, right? And if you want a few highlighted ones, you can do that with Posca and then go back over it. Go back over it with pencil. I'll do that in a minute, but I got to get all the shading done first. Okay, so I'm going to get in some of these dark brown areas. And you just got to take your time, and it does take some time, you know. Not going to lie, it's going to take you some time. See how that makes it, the contrast makes it just so much more oomph. And if y'all missed it earlier when I showed Gary Shipman's Titan tube that I got in, or if you don't follow Gary Shipman Art, make sure y'all go follow him. He's really awesome. He's an awesome artist. He's a nice person, and he just does great demos and just all kinds of things over on his channel. So make sure y'all go Gary Shipman Art on YouTube and follow him and look at his books. I did show it. I'll try to remember to put a timestamp for when I showed his book so y'all can go look at some of the work that's in them. So our hair's right there too, which I'll highlight that in a little bit. Thanks, Tina. Let me sharpen for those little bitty hairs. Well, actually, I need to do a little bit more shading under there before I put those little individual hairs. Let's just do a little bit more. Peach. Okay, now I'll go in there with the some of those little fine like baby hairs, you know. And I can also go back in there with a little bit of Posca and a little bit and highlight a couple of them. And I also like to sometimes put a hair going down over the eye. But you don't do that. Don't do that kind of stuff till you got all the skin and everything in the back behind it done. Oh, thanks, Devin. Teeny, when you and your sister were teen, did you each other's makeup? No, I was older than my two sisters. Believe it or not, I really wasn't in. You know, got to remember the era. We didn't, you know, makeup. You know, I wasn't in teenager in the '60s where they wore the blue eyeshadow and all that. But in the '70s, it was very natural. You know, you wore like a lot of black mascara or something like that to make your eyes stand out. But, you know, I mean, maybe Hollywood. I don't know what Hollywood did. I never was in all that. You know, so, yeah, I wasn't really into makeup and stuff like that as a teenager. You know, we had our cover girl, our light lipstick, some mascara. I mean, maybe some of the girls did, but I guess I didn't hang out with the ones that did. Yeah, I'm glad we missed that blue eyeshadow era. Anyway, okay, I got a little something there too. All right, let me sharpen because I'm going to do her eyebrows. Let me go ahead and finish right in here. You know, it's just so funny because when we were growing up, you know, I mean, now, and I don't want to speak for the wealthy people, and I'm not dissing on them. I don't know, you know, we had, you know, some fancy girls, you know, that wore a lot of nice, really nice clothes and stuff. But when we started school, guys, I mean, we got maybe 2 outfits, new shoes, a sweater and a coat. You know, we had to wear dresses when we were in elementary school. We had to wear dresses. We didn't get to start wearing, probably maybe in sometime in junior high they started letting you wear pantsuits. But we only started out school with a couple of outfits, some new shoes, a sweater, a coat, underwear, and you know, maybe you got some more clothes at Christmas. You know, we didn't have closets full of clothes like kids now. But you know, it's more expensive then too. Grandma sewed all our clothes when we were growing up because it was cheaper to make clothes than to buy them back then. Now that's not the case, you know. And yeah, we didn't have a lot of clothes like that, like kids nowadays. Of course, like I said, it's cheaper. You know, it's cheaper to have those clothes now. So, yeah, Rachel. Oh yeah, I'm listening. I'm watching y'all. I won't call out what you're saying because we don't want to call out you guys' ages, maybe. All right, so I'm just getting in here some of the dark brown areas. Back in my day, we had to walk we only had 2 outfits. And you swapped with your friends, you know, you swap your clothes with your friends and mix and match. And you left your clothes unless you outgrew them, which and you're in elementary school, of course you do outgrow them, you know, quicker. But, you know, yeah, yeah. So, and then of course, by the time I was in high school, it was hippie era. You know, we wore, you know, jeans that drug on the ground that long, barefoot. We went barefoot. We would go all over everywhere, barefoot. You know, you got stepped on a piece of glass, you just got a needle and dug it out. You know, don't try this at home, kids. But we went barefoot all the time. You know, this is not a channel for kids. Just got to clarify that. You know, you got to throw that in now. uh, yeah, yeah. So, all right. So let's see here. All right, I'm liking that. All right, so what I want to show you is with the Posca. Let me go ahead and do this because then I can go over the highlights. So let's say she has some stray hairs. Well, first off, she might have some nice shiny areas in some areas, right? So let's go ahead and put a little bit of shine here and there, but don't just do that, kind of tap it off and kind of streak it out. And then after this dries 100%, you can go back in here, go back over that with a golden brown or whatever. I just want to add just a couple of places where it's nice. Her hair's really shiny. Okay. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this until after you spray the pan pastels because otherwise you're going to ruin your Posca. You're going to be picking up the pastel. I'm probably still doing it to some sense, but you want to make sure that this is like the final thing you do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on here. And then what I'll do is as soon as it dries, I can go back over that with, so it's not white. In other words, it's not harsh white. Okay, same thing around here. I'm going to put a few little highlights in here. And I kind of just drag the edges off so it's not a sharp edge. Okay, so let's put her in a few highlights. And the same thing for some of these little baby hairs, maybe just a couple. You don't need to overdo it. They'll stand out, when you just do a couple. That's a little much. I'm going to probably have a hair coming down across her eye, but not until I finish her face. So let's just go ahead and do a little. I'm just kind of trying to finish up her hair here. Okay. So I'm working backwards. So I'll be 40. Okay, Tori. I guess, I really try not to really think about, my age. I mean, I try to, think young, and, I like to hang out with young people and talk to young people, and, you know, and all that, you know. All right, so I'm just going to get a couple more little in here and there. And again, these are not necessarily going to stay white, but I want to add these little highlights in here. So once this is dry, I can go back in here with a light brown. Okay. And then if you want, see, like a few little hairs are sticking out here. Well, look, do this. Can y'all see that? Let me hold this up. I want the pencils. I'll have to fix that like little tangent thing going on there. But look, see, you just have a few little hairs. All right, come back. It's too separated right there. And the same thing for up here anywhere. Like she's got a couple hairs coming across here. Just do 2 or 3, Just do a couple. Maybe you have a wave here coming across the regular, give her a couple extra waves in her hair. Like that. You're going to have maybe 1 or 2 coming up across her face. See how it's giving it more life? Okay. But take your time. Don't go cray on it, because then you're going to look like she's going gray, right? And you're going to want to kind of knock some of that back. Okay, up here in her ponytail. Couple up in there. Maybe a couple in here. Some highlight. And clean your, tap your Posca off and clean it every now and then so you don't clog it up with chalk. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go in this ribbon. I'm going to go right over this ribbon that comes around for her hair, in her hair. I'm just going to go ahead and white it out completely, because then I can go over it with a nice gold or something. It's got these little tassels. Ribbon. I'm going to make that stand back out. Her earring too. Let's go ahead and make that flower stand out on her earring. Go back over with pink if you want. But we were outside in the fresh. Oh yeah, we nobody stayed in the house. No, when you were in elementary school anyway, we played outside all the time. We built forts in the woods, rode our bikes everywhere. Barefoot, no helmets. I mean, I'm not saying nobody got hurt. I'm not saying that, but so. But yeah, we played outside, and I grew up in Texas. We grew up in hot Texas, and we still played outside. None of us, we wouldn't imagine spending summer in the house. But you got to remember, guys, we didn't have computers. There was nothing on TV in the day. You watch some cartoons on Saturday, but you were outside all the time. Okay, something like that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the heat gun just to make sure that those ribbons are dry before I go over them. And I still smudge some in here. Got a little bit on my hand here. So let me get my kneaded eraser back out and do a little cleanup in here. Because even though I sprayed it, I mean, you can, I'm not even paying attention. I should be. You can still smudge it if you really lay onto it. So, but it's a fresh smudge, so I can, get rid of it. All right, something like that. All right, so now I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the lime green and a little bit of the shade with the lime peel. No, it's bronze. And so I'm going to go ahead and go right over the top of all the white that I just put on the ribbon, and I'm going to make it a green, lime green, because I want it to match the pears. And the flowers, I haven't done anything on them yet either. So I'm just going to go over all that white, and it'll still stay bright. You think, oh well, you're just going to get rid of that bright white Posca, but it retains that glow to it. It still retains that glow. Oh, let's see what else here we got. Oh no, we drank out of the hose. Yeah, no, we didn't. The closest friend that had their garden hose, everybody drank out of the garden hose. Okay, so now I'm just going to do a little bit of shadow with the bronze color here, maybe a little bit where it connects into the flower. A little shadow up under that flower. Not much, just a little. Maybe on these tassels, a little bit, maybe a little bit in there. I just want the same kind of colors that are going to be in the leaves. They're going to have the, let me go ahead and put some lime green tips on them. And I probably won't finish by the time stream's over, but I will try to finish it today. We'll see what else I have going on, but I'll try to finish it and post it on Instagram if at all possible. It shouldn't take too much longer. When I'm not on stream, I can kind of go really quick and finish it up. Not that I like to hurry on my pages, but we'll try to get as much done as possible. All right, and then a little bit of the bronze color. Hope I'm staying in frame there. I wanted to do a little more on the plums. No, I never carried water with me anywhere. I mean, sometimes. I mean, we didn't always have lunch boxes. I don't even remember what lunch boxes we had if we did when we were kids. We had sack lunches, and so I don't even know if we took drinks in our lunches. I mean, I kind of remember we had lunch boxes at some point, maybe when we were in first, second grade, or third, maybe. But after that, I think it was more bagged lunches. We took sack lunches, not the little kid lunch boxes that are collectible now and all. All right, let me go ahead and do a little bit of plum. Okay, let's see. All right, so I got the Black grape and dahlia purple. Might need a little like I can't read it. Let's go ahead and put some of that in there. A little bit of light. Don't really even need that, I don't think. I need to prop something there to put my eraser there. All right, so now I'm going to get in here with the black cherry and get the darkest purple on the plums here. And then the dahlia to blend. Don't need a whole lot because we did pretty good with the pastels. You know, just a little bit like this, maybe. And then maybe if you want a nice shine, you know, plums look like a butt. So, they usually will have two shines like that, you know. And then those tree branches behind here. And again, same thing with the tree branch. You could add some texture with the Posca, which you can go back and go over. Just kind of put some on and let it dry, then you can go back over that. I'll do that in a second. And see how much that makes it stand out, though, compared to these two. All right, so let's go down here. And maybe this bump is on the back side of this one. And then go back in here. And a little shine. Oh, thank you, Vonnie. How you doing, by the way, Vonnie? Hope you're doing all right. I know you don't talk much about how you're doing with anybody. Maybe you have your secret friends, but I hope you're doing all right, Vonnie, because you don't really talk much about yourself. Vonnie's another one been known forever in Stream World. And she's an amazing artist, too. If you don't follow her on Instagram, let me see what her last thing is. She did a flower, I think. Oh, my phone's in the other room. Hang on. All right, we go over to Instagram. Okay. Yeah, she did like I think is it a magnolia? She did this in rough grain paper, watercolor. It's a 3x9, so it's tiny. So look, there's one of Vonnie's little flowers. So it's not much bigger than this. But she does some beautiful work. I don't know how much she's doing lately, but she does do some beautiful work. So yeah, oops. I always accidentally want to turn my phone off, hit the screensaver. I'm always deleting screenshots. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a little bit more. Just so it's not too bright white there. It has that nice little shine. Maybe this one adds a little more. Something like that. Same for those. I won't do those up there now because you've seen how I did these. All right, so now I'm going to go in here and do a little bit on the sweater. And these little stripes. Or sleeve. Like this. Am I going to get on group text again? I'm going to have to move my phone out of here, I think. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Soften the transition. These might be silky ribbons on her sleeves. Could be a lot of things. Okay, let's do a little on her sweater. So I'm just really using two colors, the black plum, black cherry, and dahlia purple. I'm just kind of going, and a little bit of white. Okay, so let's shade under each one of these leaves. So give each little leaf a little shadow. Some of these wrinkles might want to have a little more oomph. And then kind of blend it out. All right, but before I do anything else, before I get into the sweater, I want to go back up into her face because I want to finish her eyes. All right, so let me go ahead and start blending a little. Let me sharpen. With nectar and peach and soften some of these shadows. And then her eyebrows. Is that going to be dark? Yeah, I think that'll be, the sienna color will be dark enough for me to do the little individual hairs. I like to do a little extra. And then as they go further back, I'll get the dark brown. Okay. And then I can soften some of the peach color if I need to, any harsh transitions. Soften all that. And then around her little nose here, let's get a dark brown for the little nostrils. And her lip line. And then I'll put a little highlight on her lip. Don't do too much. It'll look like she got milk. And a little nose. I'm not sure if she has, well, I'm not sure. I'll leave it I'm just going to blend. Take your time. You really want to take your time on the skin blend. You know? And I'm going to put lashes on her in just a second. Oh, I'm not seeing anything in caps. The back combing your hair. I'm not sure what that is. I missed that. Try to soften the line art a little bit. And again, I don't want to take too long on this because I want to get into her eyes and a couple of other details. While we have time, a little bit on our hands there. And maybe there'll be a little bit of highlight on our fingernail there. Probably on our lip. Just a little. It might be a little too much. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do her eyelashes. All right, let's go ahead and zoom. And then I'll do her hair streaks. Let's see here. Okay, it's going to be a little. It's going to be a little fuzzy, but I think if I'm this close, you'll be able to see. Okay, so now what I'm going to do. Oh, let me show you here. So when you're doing eyelashes, okay, you got your eye here. Don't do this. Don't do that. Okay. You want to do this. Okay. All right. That's what we're going to do. And she looks pretty young, so I'm not going to go too much on the lashes. A couple on the bottom. And then I'll give her a nice corner, highlight, in the center, in the eye there. And then also, you can put a little bit of a highlight on the outer edge of the eye, like this. And if you are into makeup, that is a tip for you. If you put that little bit of white around the inside of the corner of your eye like this, it makes your eyes sparkle. Okay, this needs a little bit. Let's knock that back down just a little there. And probably a little more blue right up there. That shadow. Stop breathing when I do a little bit. And of course, you can keep going and adding more little details. Her nose, I need a little bit more, just a tiny bit of color on the nose. She has a little upturned nose, like a little girl nose, but I still need a little color in it. She's pretty light skin, We've done every color of skin though here in color books. I don't want to overwork that too much. Okay, so let me go ahead and now. Let's see, maybe this color. Will this color do it? No, maybe I need a. Let's go ahead and go with. Let's see. I just want a tiny bit of. It might. It won't show up orange, but I don't. I want a light brown. Light. Here we go. Probably. No, that's too light. Let's see. Come on. Just want like, here we go. I can't read it. Okay. So what I want to do is just knock back, maybe I could do it with a sienna. I just want to knock back the white. If you just pencil over the white very lightly, it'll just go to light brown. Or I could even do it with the gold color, but just so it's not bright white, but you're still going to see. Now, in blonde hair, you might want to leave some really bright white highlights like that because blonde hair is going to have that kind of thing. And actually, black hair will have blue-like highlights. But what I'm doing here is just knocking back some of that bright white, but it still retains like a glow to it, or it still looks highlighted, but it's just not a white highlight. But you have to have that Posca under there to make it stand out like that. So see how you can still see it? You can still see those white, but it's not this bright. See how it knocked it back? Just enough. And I still want to do a hair coming across her eye, I think. I see and P. Anybody else? Joyce. Who else am I missing? And I'm probably missing people coming in. Again, I'll try my best to get this done today and post it on Instagram and with the cover of the book so you can see the artist that did the book and everything. And I will tag, Momo. And okay. So again, just barely going over that white Posca. I'll have to get that flower done. A little bit shadow in the ear there. Do y'all have any questions or anything before we go? I hope y'all enjoyed the Pan Pastel and Color Book day. This is going to need some nice highlights on it as well. Maybe a little more on the ribbon itself. Yes, you can find it either Dee Dee Willingham or Inky Well with an I. INKI WELL. But either one, it'll come up. Okay, so now I think the last thing I just want to do is a little hair coming down across her eye. It's a dark brown. It's black. Here it is. It's one little hair. And the slightest little highlight on it. Alrighty, I guess that might be it for the day, guys. A little more blend. I can work a little bit more on blending out her skin, just a little bit, maybe. Let's go ahead and back out. Oh, that's one too many. Let's go back in one. There we go. So there we go, guys. I'll do more like, I did want to think about doing a color. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a lime green trim. I'll just do it lime green and then shade it with a little bit of the olive green. I think that adds a nice touch. All right, now let's shade. Alrighty. All right, guys, y'all got any last questions or anything before we head out? Again, there was no homework. There was no homework today. So work on some of your Society of Idea Collectors that you've been doing the last 9 weeks, and post them on hashtag Society of Idea Collectors if you want to share them. Yeah, I like that lime green. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Last chance to, oh, thanks, thanks, Tina. Give me some thumbs up. Thank you, Tina. All right, guys. And for now, oh my goodness, thanks, guys. And yeah, I'll do a little more shading, like inner finger here, and there'll be a little bit more, few areas where I need to kind of get a little bit darker in the shadows here, maybe a little bit under the chin, so I'll keep working on it. And again, I'll try to get it posted today if I finish it up. So I appreciate everybody being here. Thanks, everybody. Thanks to the lurkers and the everybody that says supported the channel. Again, if y'all missed it last couple of times, I'm not doing prints for the next couple months. So, you're free to support the channel, but I'm not going to be sending out any prints for the next couple months just to take a break. Because if we're doing stuff over the summer, I don't want to have to worry about, oh no, I've got to hurry up and make some print. I'm not, yeah. So I'm just taking a couple months off from doing prints. And so, yeah. All right, guys, you're welcome. Thanks, Vonnie. And thanks everybody that's been here. All right, y'all have a great day, and we will see you next time. All right, guys. Bye-bye.